Welcome back to the Pretender Contender segment where we're discussing the AFC West. Are they pretenders or contenders to win the Super Bowl? As always, we invite you to join the conversation at facebook.com/RBTL Sports, as well as on Twitter at RBTL Sports. We welcome back this man right here, Mr. Versatile himself, Malik Shaheed.
What's up?
Great to have you back.
I'm happy.
To his right is David Hurley, RBTL contributor. Great to have you.
Always good to be back.
And last but not least, my paisan. You were here last week. Great to have you back and back in your rightful chair. And we look forward to some great opinions from you.
Get this done.
All right, Malik, we'll start with you. Pretender or contender, the AFC West?
I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I'm going with the Broncos.
With pride, right? Right away.
My man Manning, you know what I mean? He has experience. He's mature. You know what I mean? They did a great acquisition by getting Ware on the defense. The offensive line is protecting him well, and you know they got the
Thomas
receivers.
has been looking really good too.
They got the receivers. You know what I mean? I'm on the bandwagon. Broncos.
Anthony?
I think I could summarize the AFC West in one word, and that's Peyton. The greatest of all time. Broncos should be 6-0. They slipped up in Seattle in the OT. I think that if Peyton has to carry the rest of the Denver Broncos on his shoulders across that goal line to get that ring and silence all the critics, he will.
They're hungry. They're hungry.
Yeah, but in all fairness too, I mean, I know you think he's a contender. You think the Broncos are contenders, but I know you'll argue that because in the playoffs, Manning has been...
He's been inexistent. I mean,
Yeah,
he's choked in more games than he's wanted to. And you look at it, he's playing San Diego this week, and San Diego is a really tough opponent. So the AFC West does have some strong teams, also with Kansas City at 3-3.
But we saw how tight that game was last week.
Exactly. I mean, what I really see happening is I see the Broncos losing a game or two, and if New England wins out, that means the home playoff game, the AFC.
Come on, man. New England's done, man.
New England's not done. They're still winning. Tom Brady's getting the job done.
Belichick and Brady's love story
So that means
is done.
the AFC playoff picture will have to go through
Pick another
New
team.
England.
Pick another team.
No, it'll have to go through New England.
They're sitting at 5-2.
Right.
And you're saying they're done.
They barely beat the Jets.
5-2.
They barely get the job done.
The Patriots are the only team that you could turn around and say they're done when they're leading 5-2.
How could they be done if the last 6 years they've been in the AFC Championship game? The last 4 years.
Where have they been? Where did they win? They didn't even get to the championship.
They get to the championship twice, and they won. You know, they lost in the Super Bowl twice to the Giants.
The problem, you people, is that you're dreaming of a Brady of the past. We in 2014, 2015. He's done.
He's not
I
done.
respect him, though. I respect what he's done.
The defense
I
is-
still love him as a quarterback, but at the end of the day,
So then if it's not...
the dynasty's over.
So if it's not New England, right? Who out of the AFC... So you believe them to be contenders. Who do you like specifically? Except, I mean, obviously you mentioned Broncos.
I think we're forgetting about one guy.
Green Bay.
Phillip Rivers.
San
Right?
Diego Chargers.
You know, he broke a record this year that no one really knows about. He has a passer rating of over 120 in 5 consecutive games.
It's all right, but he don't got the team. He don't got the team.
He doesn't got the team, but he's always got it done. Statistically,
5-2.
he had nobody to throw the ball to.
I don't believe them.
He threw the ball to
They're
Antonio
shaky,
Gates
shaky.
for so many years.
Chargers are shaky
Yeah,
over the past year.
I think whoever comes out of the game tonight is going to be a good indication who would make a good run in the
Broncos
playoffs.
are coming up, baby.
There's no doubt that tonight is a pivotal match for the AFC West. Do you foresee a power shift in the AFC West? We've talked about them being potential contenders or pretenders, depending on how you look at it. Do you see a power shift? Do you see the AFC West ending exactly where it is right now in terms of order, where we have the Broncos winning the division, etc.?
Yeah.
I mean, the Raiders we know will be at the bottom.
Yeah,
no offense to
the
your
Raiders
Raiders.
are 0-6, and they'll probably finish with 1 win or 2 wins this year. But yeah, in the AFC West, you're probably going to be looking at Denver at number 1. You're looking at San Diego. And you're looking at Kansas City. Kansas City and Miami will play it out close to at the end of the year. Kind of same thing as last year to be the last team in the playoffs. So you have 2 wildcard teams, I think, from the AFC West, which will be San Diego, Kansas City, and you'll have Denver. But I think Denver is going to lose 1 or 2 games, really important games, to either San Diego or Kansas City, and that'll give New England that opportunity. And I don't want to be repeating myself, but Peyton Manning does not win on the road. Peyton Manning will have a hard time getting out of the divisional round. He's lost 8 times in the divisional round, and he'll lose a 9th time this year.
It's okay. He's 30 years old. He's hungry. They lost last year. They're hungry.
He's been hungry
year.
his whole career, but he keeps choking. Even at Florida, Tennessee, he couldn't even beat Florida. Out of the 4 years, he never once beat them. He got to the Super Bowl, lost twice, and won 1 time against Rex Grossman.
Is this the best? Is this the best you've ever seen Peyton Manning, as far as you can recall the last couple of years? Confidence-wise.
I think so. I just feel the Broncos as an organization have made the right moves, and I just feel they're on the right path.
And Phillip Rivers for you is clearly the Chargers are a team to watch out for in the AFC West for you.
I mean, I think Phillip Rivers doesn't have too many weapons to go to, but like I said,
a problem.
statistically,
You said it right there.
that could be a problem. Like statistically, he wins games. Like I said earlier, he had no one to throw the ball to. He had Antonio Gates to throw the ball to.
His whole career is at Antonio Gates.
And he still has decent statistics in the postseason. You know, he has a losing record, But I think that he can carry them into the playoffs.
I like Rivers too. By the end of the day, I don't believe in the team.
He fell a touchdown short last year of tying that game and beating Denver in the fourth quarter.
I don't believe in the organization. I believe in the Broncos organization.
San Diego's got a history of losing, but that's another thing.
And they got blown out in that Super Bowl against the Niners.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one.
With regards to the AFC West, though, they're going to have to go through some stiff competition to be able to win it all. It's easy to say within the AFC West, Denver's a contender. But over the course of the season, over the course of the playoffs, do you still have that same confidence when you look at some of the big boys in the AFC?
Who are the big boys for you?
You're gonna go with New England. You're gonna go with Denver.
I have to go with New England. I have to go with New England because of the history of him being under pressure, how well he's executed under pressure, and his playoff record as well has been phenomenal.
Do they have the
He's
pieces?
a wide receiver. They had no wide receivers.
Yeah.
Now they have Gronkowski. They've got they've got some good.
As long as
weapons.
he's healthy.
Vereen is playing very well.
There you go, healthy.
I mean, losing Ridley hurts, but you still have Gerard Mayo on
How's
defense.
the offensive line?
I'm going back to
Very
the simple
shaky, very
point.
shaky,
I'm
very
going back to the
shaky.
simple
Good
point.
idea.
The bromance between Belichick and Brady's over, and the Denver Broncos are my contenders.
I'll end it on that note. Great to have you on the show,
thank
and
you. Thanks for
hopefully we'll
having me,
have you
baby.
back as a regular guest. I know you have a lot coming up. You always have a lot coming up.
Exactly.
Talk to us a little bit about where people can catch you and some of the things you're working on.
I mean, you check me out on malikshaheed.tv, you know what I mean? You can see a lot of things I'm doing. And also I'm hosting the event with the Grant brothers happening at Vaudreuil, Chateau Vaudreuil on Friday, November 7th. It's a great boxing gala. If you're a boxing fan, come check it out. It's
Safe to say 3 tickets put aside for the crew?
No doubt, man. Plus VIP. We'll put you
There
in the
it
VIP
is. We got
section.
VIP.
We got bottles. We got pop bottles too.
I love it. I
Pop
love
these
it.
bottles.
Thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stay with us after the break. You know what it means? This Thursday night, the spread is up next. Don't go anywhere.